Afternoon, lads and ladies. Tonight, AFC Bournemouth travel to Burton Albion in the Carabao Cup, or the EFL Cup, in a very interesting match. I'm really looking forward to seeing this, to see what team we put out. I think most of it is pretty much decided, but there are a few positions, especially in the attacking sense, that you think, oh, is it going to be Fraser, Ibe, is Kilkenny going to get a go? So we'll go through the various teams that we think it's going to be later on, but Burton Albion, good side. They're sitting sort of mid-table in League One at the moment, managed by Nigel Clough, and they're doing okay this season. I mean, in recent matches, they've done relatively well. I mean, they managed to pick up a 2-2 draw at Portsmouth, and that was with them going down to 10 men and playing for the bulk of the game, one man down. And it was only a last-minute Brett Pitman, or God, penalty in injury time that actually saved Pompey's bacon there. So that was 2. I think the last match they lost at Tranmere, but they were basically winning 1-0 until the 90th minute. They were 1-0 up until the 91st or 92nd minute. They were leading and looking to just see out the game, and then Tranmere scored 2 in injury time. So yeah, that was a little bit well, how flat would you feel after that? In terms of team news, O'Toole is set to be available for Burton after completing a suspension, but Colin Daniel, he's out through suspension. I think John Brayford's got a calf injury. Jake Buxton, I don't know this off by heart, I'm reading this by the way. Jake Buxton, ribs, Stephen Quinn with a knee, and Scott Fraser ankle injury, all unlikely to feature. Now, of course, we know our team news based on the Basingstoke match. We're looking to see returns for Lloyd Kelly, of course, and Simon Francis at the back, who obviously have their respective ankle and knee injuries, and he'll be looking to rotate the squad by including maybe players like Arnaut Danjuma. Please tell me how to pronounce it. He could also make his debut as he's looking to regain match fitness. Now, of course, we know that David Brooks is now beginning to get back onto the grass as well, which is unbelievable. I mean, this kind of stuff. I mean, Dan Gosling has got his groin injury. Charlie Daniels and Junior Stanislas, of course, they're ruled out, as is Adam Smith. But just imagine with David Brooks back as well. Oh my goodness. I mean, I know that unfortunately we'll probably get injuries of our existing squad, you know, so we'll never have everyone fit at once, but what an exciting time to be alive it's going to be in sort of November, December, and especially when we got some crunch matches as well. And David Brooks, I'm especially looking forward to seeing again. So the way that Burton lined up in their last match, they had out on pitch, you can see it there, O'Hara, Brayford, Nati, Wallace, Daniel, Edwards, Quinn, Sabara, Sarkic, Adkins and Broadhead as well. But in terms of the Bournemouth lineup, we think the defence and the goalkeeper will pick itself. Mark Travers, unbelievable saves against Forest Green in the penalty shootout. That was really good. Simon Francis, Jack Simpson, Chris Mepham, Lloyd Kelly. We think the back four pick itself. The centre midfield two, Sermon and Cook. I'd say that's almost nailed on. It gives Cook some more minutes, which is good. And then we've got our attacking positions as well. Now, you sort of think, other than Callum Wilson and Josh King, striker-wise, yes, Solanke, who else? We're looking into the academy for that, really, aren't we? But I think Solanke's going to start up front. Really want to see him score. I can't emphasise that enough. Ibe, Fraser, Danjuma, maybe. But then Kilkenny could be chucked in as well. So he had a great game against Basingstoke in the Cup, scored a hat-trick, including an incredible lob. I think maybe Danjuma's maybe a little bit too soon, perhaps. So maybe Kilkenny, Ibe and Fraser. We're going to put Danjuma stroke Kilkenny for now, because we don't quite know at what stage he's at, but maybe Kilkenny will probably get the nod just because to reward him for that incredible performance in the week. But yeah, Dom Solanke, really hoping that he's going to get on the score sheet again. Come on, Dom. And of course, tonight at the Pirelli Stadium, it's the first time Eddie Howe's been back since that time we got promoted. Friendly club that we seem to have a good relationship with. Obviously, it started through their incredible hospitality, allowing the supporters to go onto the pitch at the end. Not many other clubs would have done that. And they even let us play the irrelevant songs over the mic. Mike Botto can introduce players and stuff, and our players were in their executive box, looking out, and it was just such a lovely atmosphere. The fans all applauded us, and yeah, it was just so nice to see. And then obviously, was it the FA Cup or League Cup? I can't remember. Was it FA Cup where we entertained them and it was called off? And then obviously they put on support coaches already, and the replay, well, not the replay, but the rescheduled match was going to be in the week, and a lot of fans couldn't, were sort of priced out of it. So we all clubbed together as Bournemouth fans and then helped put on a number of coaches for them. And that, I just think that kind of touch was brilliant. And it just shows that, there is a lot of love to go around in football, even for other clubs, and it's a club we've always had a relatively good relationship with. And long may it continue, but obviously, not tonight on the pitch. But yeah, it's not going to be an easy game tonight. We've got a number of players that have played together before, in terms of, say, Jack Simpson, Chris Mepham, Simon Francis, Lewis Kirk, Andrew Sermon. So we've got the nucleus of a side that it's not like we're just chucking randomers together. So we should be fairly cohesive with the way we play. There are a few sort of players that are going to provide a little bit of randomness. For instance, if Kilkenny plays, he's played a couple of sort of cup matches with the sort of main team, and also a friendly or two as well. So he might provide a little bit of excitement, and but the thing is, when you see the highlights of that Basingstoke match in the cup where we won 8-0, even in the under-21s, they're playing the sort of first team way. So, and it's having that progression, which might just see players like Kilkenny and Danjuma, etc. Obviously, he's not a youngster, but even if players like Dobre were to come in, I think he's going to be on the bench tonight. And there are others that could be involved as well. They are playing the right way, so they can just hopefully just like in a modular sort of format just slot straight in. But yeah, we're going for 3-1 to Bournemouth tonight. I think Burton will probably score based on our defensive frailties. Mepham's not played for a while. Lloyd Kelly first game back, and then on the right hand side, Simon Francis, he's usually pretty bloody strong, isn't he? But they probably got a goal in him. But I think, attacking wise, you would hope that we're too strong. But then I said that against Forest Green and don't go to penalties. However we get through, I will certainly take it, and then hopefully it can be a home draw in the next round. Safe travels up if you go in, and we'll talk about it tomorrow on a video. There's no streams or anything tonight. I'm not travelling, but would appreciate feedback, and we'll be watching all the sort of action as it unfolds coming on AFCB TV. So we'll see how we played and performed, and we'll talk about it in the next video. Until then, see you soon.